Operation Dudula was issued with an interdict.
Do not blame the EFF for the court order that came out of the Johannesburg High Court. EFF was not involved in there.
Into engayisho mzansi 4:10 indlu yawa.
A few moments later.
So we're not just talking, we're not just making noise, we're raising real issues here. There probably needed to be some mediation and not just a judgment that will tell us to stop all these operations, because if we stop, then most South Africans will suffer. Cannot be correct. Our way forward too so is that we're going to continue with our operations. That's the reason why we're going to appeal, because when we appeal, it's going to set aside the judgment.
Hello and welcome to the channel. Let's get into it. The courts of South Africa, basically the whole judiciary is busy. We have the ad hoc committee and the Madlanga commission. They are busy uncovering this and that. There was a court case verdict that came out between Syria and the city of Johannesburg while South Africans were celebrating that win. Boom, the Operation Dudula versus Abahlali basemjondolo versus, there were three parties that laid a charge against Operation Dudula against, is it 13 or 14 respondents? I'll put it here up on screen, but so many respondents. And they then went on in that ruling to pinpoint Zandile and another gentleman. I'll also put him here on screen, that they are the ones who should not even say a word against foreign nationals, else it would be hate speech. Is that not against their freedom of expression as well? Is that not a gag order on their rights? And out of all of these big respondents, are they not appealing this ruling? Let's take a look at the sentiments and responses to this ruling. Of course, it was a celebration for many, such as the EFF and the various people who are against Operation Dudula. What are your thoughts on this? This is Jenny, guys. So let's just talk about it. It may be the last time we get to... Please give this video a thumbs up. Let's take a look. I've said enough. Guys, please give this video a thumbs up as we take a look.
Operation Dudula violated migrant persons' rights, particularly the right to healthcare and the right to education. That's evident from the papers, and a declaration must be made by this court to that effect. The focus in this regard, my lord, is to the rights to healthcare and the right of access to education. The right of access to healthcare services and the right to education. And the reason for that is because those are the programmatic areas within which Section 27 operates. The founding affidavit has a plethora of violations of human rights by Operation Dudula.
This court ought to find that in line with the submissions, the state has failed in its international law obligations and its constitutional obligations as it pertains to protecting the rights of non-citizens or preventing the discrimination on the basis of status and origin.
Operation Dudula was not represented in court and will not be participating in the litigation process.
EFF was not involved in the civil organization, that is Abahlali, people of Gauteng are the ones who were involved and took Operation Dudula and the rest to court. That is the civil movements, that is the Kopanang Africa Against Xenophobia. Is it a forum? Yeah, informal trade forum and inner city forum. Yeah, including Abahlali basemjondolo. So these are not political organizations. It's just Abahlali who decided to group themselves. So the court order says all operations of Dudula were illegal. That is the sum up of the court order. They were not supposed to be done. Removing people there is unlawful. Operation Dudula must no longer do such, and they must never promote their agenda on on socials because it constitutes basically hate speech and against ethnicity, religions and nationalities zabantu. So the court order said so. But ke i-social felembini maqabane. If you then decide to defy, that means police have got an upper hand to arrest you and you'll be charged of defying the court, contempt of court basically. And what's the other thing that you'll also be charged on those laws that are cited there.
Dudulians, today I'm not here to fight you. Today I'm not fighting anyone who's supporting Dudula and Operation Dudula. I'm here with just simple advice. Obviously now, whether you're going to appeal, I don't know how you're going to even appeal because you didn't have legal representation during this whole court case. I don't know now where you're going to get legal representation that is smart enough to deal with this big issue. Having said that, the issues that are raised are genuine issues. The issues that are raised by Dudula are genuine issues. Like they are very issues of national importance. The overcrowding of hospitals, the this and that, and unemployment, those are very valid and genuine issues. What is not genuine about this Dudula thing is how they decided to go approach these issues. Now that the court has actually granted interdict to the Human Rights Council and other organizations that were fighting against this Dudula, barricading the hospitals and so on, Dudulas now they need to think like proper educated people, like proper civil organization, like proper organization. They need to go back to drawing board and think, how do we address the same cause that they were fighting? Because the cause, like I said, is genuine. Go to the government, start challenging how they are processing papers and so on, then we can listen to you. But all I'm just saying now currently, all I'm saying with, to the Dudulians, your cause is very genuine, but how you are executing it, like execution is very bad. You are doing it, you've got a right cause, but executing it the worst way possible, but just following the proper channels.
I think we have to realize that unless we have law and order, it'll be impossible to rebuild South Africa. And why am I saying this? You cannot have a successful and civilized society without law and order, because law and order is the foundation of development. And if we are serious about rebuilding this country, because we cannot have within our borders illegal businesses, hiring illegal immigrants, making illegal products to sell to our citizens. If that's not a threat to national security, I don't know what is.
This is saying that these people are security threat to Nigeria.
They are security threat to Nigeria. They are.
How?
Because they don't have any valid documents, and if you look at them, there is no any sign of livelihood. No valid document and no sign of livelihood. So we felt they are security threat to the country. So that's why we decided to show the whole country and to tell the public that please don't be taken away by these people. They will lure you in the name of they will collect your money, they will turn it for business, for that they will be giving you profit. And that's why we decided to call the press and address them, so that the public should be aware that they should not interact with those people.
Nigeria migration arrests 40 illegal migrants in Oyo State, 27 Cameroonians, 2 Ghanaians, 10 Beninois, and 1 Togolese. Please, if you are in Oyo State, you can go and release your brother. Or if you yourself don't have paper, don't go there. You guys should know the way you guys are moving around in Oyo State right now. If you be foreigner, if you don't have all your documents, please, you guys should be careful.
Today, the Gauteng High Court of South Africa made a landmark decision. It has barred Dudula, and by extension, any other political party, be it Patriotic Alliance, Put South Africa First, MK, or any of these other groups that might want to go out and bar foreigners from getting services, discriminating them, or harassing them in their course of business, their lives, or in their normal conduct. They have been barred from targeting foreigners. And as such, anybody that is undertaking this activity commits a crime against humanity and contravenes the South African Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the universal human rights that South Africa has acceded to by signing human rights agreements and covenants. The ruling goes further to barring South African police from arbitrarily stopping people and asking them for their IDs, because that is a contravention of their right to freedom and their right to dignity. So now the South African police can no longer do what they had been doing, which is going out into the streets. This now becomes case law by arresting anybody that continues to discriminate or to terrorize and target foreigners in South Africa.
There you have it. Those are some of the thoughts and sentiments coming in there. As you have heard, people are having all sorts of opinions, and as usual, it is all out to mock and ridicule all the efforts of Operation Dudula, all the efforts basically of Put South Africa First, and claiming that there are other contributing factors that are causing South Africa to be in this issue. On the 6th of November, Operation Dudula has announced in their media briefing, where we see Zandile Dudula of Operation Dudula speaking out, for the first time after her previous public appearances, and they were announcing that they will be appealing the ruling that was made against them amongst the many respondents in that court case. I think it was on the 4th of November, where they were actually gagged, targeting Zandile, that she should not say a peep about illegal immigration. And then they also went out to outline all the different institutions that they cannot go against, or that they are interdicted against. Now you will see that in this court case, they were taken there by NGOs. Again, 3 of them were the complainants, and the respondents are up to 13 government departments babahlanganise bonke ngamakhanda and took them to court, right? Those are foreign nationals. Now another issue to note is that what type of representations does the department have? What type of lawyers are these that they cannot defend their own constitution and their own people? And then you get the people who are supposed to be standing in the gap, because here in South Africa there are various ministries and departments, right, that should be standing in the gap and raising the issues that people such as Operation Dudula are raising. And as the court has said, rightfully so, that it shouldn't be civilians who should be manning and looking out for illegal immigrants. It should be officials. Where are they? Where is their visibility? And in terms of in the workspaces, where is the Department of Labor? Where are the unions? We have seen unions stand up before. Even in history, in apartheid, it was the different unions that stood up against the injustices for women and even for apartheid. But the unions of today, did they all die at Marikana? What is going on in South Africa? The people who should be raising and running with all the issues that have been picked up and the people are complaining about should be raised in Parliament by the relevant departments and be attended to. But it is up to people such as Operation Dudula, civil movements, to raise these issues and end up being banned in a democratic South Africa where freedom of expression is allowed. They have been gagged. How is that even constitutional? Well, at the moment, it looks like they are trying to appeal this case. What are their prospects? Obviously, at this point, nobody knows. And there is celebration, obviously, galore from all those that are opposed to seeing South Africans flourish. We'll say that for now. However, some are raising that at the end of the day, Operation Dudula was not sustainable. What are your thoughts on all of this? The next one is to then take the Department of Education, even the Department of Health, for aiding and abetting illegal immigrants if they do not report them. And even those that let out properties and rent out businesses to them, they should also be charged with aiding and abetting. Let me know what your sentiments are down below. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video.